In this video, we are going to compare the Zeus CL with the Zeus ES with the Spirit C1. We're going to compare the specific specs first, and then we're going to go in game to look at the ships to compare their specific features. And I hope this video can help you to decide whether or which ship to buy, to keep, to melt, or to use. So let's go. The Zeus CL is a medium cargo ship. Zeus ES is a medium exploration ship. The Spirit C1 is also a medium cargo ship. The Zeus CL and Zeus ES can fit 3 cockpit crews, which means you have 3 chairs in the cockpit. 1 pilot, 2 co-pilots. However, the Spirit C1 has only 2 chairs, 1 pilot and 1 co-pilot. Top SCM speed without engaging boost. Zeus CL is 200 meters per second. Zeus ES is also 200 meters per second, and the Spirit C1 is 204 meters per second. Boosted SCM speed. Zeus CL can reach 400 meters per second, so is a Zeus ES, and the C1 can reach 405 meters per second. Boosted SCM speed backwards. CL is 210 meters per second, ES 210, C1 is 212. Not much difference between these top SCM speed. However, maximum navigation speed has some differences. Zeus CL can reach 1000 meters per second. ES 1050 meters per second. C1 1130 meters per second. So the Spirit C1 in nav mode can go 130 meters per second faster than the Zeus CL. And ES can go 50 meters per second faster than the CL. Maneuverability, pitch, yaw, and roll, not boosted. The Zeus CL is the least maneuverable. 31, 31, 105 degrees per second. ES in the middle, 33, 33, and 110 degrees per second. Spirit C1, pitch and yaw is higher, but the roll is lower. 36, 36, and 101 degrees per second. Boosted, pitch, yaw, and roll. CL is 37, 37, 126. ES is 39, 39, 132. C1 is 43, 43, 121 degrees per second. And here comes one of the biggest differences between the Spirits and the Zeus, which is the hull HP. Zeus CL and Zeus ES has a hull HP of 24,120 hit points. However, the Spirit C1 almost tripled, 67,600 hull HP. But this is only hull HP because the ship armor is coming into play soon. So we need to be prepared for the hull HP change, together with the ship armors. But as of right now, if you're using this ship, these are the hull HPs that you need to know. Cargo grid also has one of the biggest difference between these 3 ships. The Zeus CL has the highest cargo grid space, 128 SCU. Zeus ES has the least, only 32 SCU. And the Spirit C1 has 64 SCU. And these are just on grid. You can put cargoes off-grid, which obviously can extend the cargo ability of these ships. Hydrogen fuel, the Spirit C1 has the least, only 450,000. ES has the highest, almost 1,931,000. And the CL is in the middle, 665,000. Quantum fuel. The ES also has the highest amount, 5,335. C1 has the least, 3,750. And Zeus CL is 3,825, which makes sense because the Zeus ES is an exploration ship, so you need higher hydrogen and quantum fuel capacity. But if you're using the ship for combat, Zeus ES is also good at its higher hydrogen fuel capacity. Now, let's take a look at the emission signature differences. You need to know that these numbers are based on size 2 radars. And if you are detecting these ships with a different ship, with a different set of radar, these values will be different. And I'm not going to go into details for that because I've made a few videos dive into the details of these emission signatures. So here are the signature comparison for these 3 ships. Zeus CR has an IR 14,086, ES 15,534, C1 18,831. Next is the EM, and this EM value is based on SCM mode of these ships. If you go to navigation mode, the EM number will go much higher. So here are the EM numbers. Zeus CL 12,247, ES 16,752, and the Spirit C1 has 8,227. So the EM number for the C1 is much lower than the CL and the ES. There is a reason for it, because the C1 has less components, which we're going to be looking at next. For the cross-section, Zeus CL, front, side, and top, which means you're detecting the cross-section of the ship either from the front, or from the side, or from the top. The value for the CL is 2,000 front, 8,000 side, 10,000 top. ES, 2,200 front, 8,800 side, 11,000 top. C1, 4,940 front, 24,700 side. I think I put the comma in the wrong place. And top is 23,660. Now, here comes the components. And this has, which do have big differences between these ships. Power plant, CL has 2 size 2, Zeus has 2 size 2. C1 has only 1 size 2. Coolers, the CL has 2 size 2, Zeus has 2 size, ES has 2 size 2, and Spirit C1 has 1 size 2. Shields, CL has 3 size 2 shield generators. ES has 4 size 2 shield generators. And the C1 has only 1 size 2 shield generators. So you can see, even though the Spirit C1's hull HP almost tripled the hull HP of the Zeus CL and the ES, but the Spirit C1 has much less shield strength compared with those two ships. And for the quantum drive, they're all the same, 1 size 2. Next, we're going to compare ship weapons and missiles. Zeus CL and Zeus ES both have 2 size 4 pilot-controlled weapons. Spirit C1 has 4 size 3 pilot-controlled weapons. And for the Zeus CL, the co-pilot seat on the left can control a remote turret which has 2 size 3 weapons. Zeus ES has the same thing. Co-pilot on the left can control 1 remote turret with 2 size 3 guns. But Spirit C1 does not have any other remote turret. As a matter of fact, it doesn't have any other weapon except the 4 size 3 the pilot can control. And for the Zeus CL, the co-pilot on the right can control a size 2 tractor beam. And the Zeus ES, the co-pilot on the right, cannot control anything. It doesn't have a tractor beam for the Zeus ES. However, I've heard people saying that they can also control the remote turret from the right side of the co-pilot seat. For the ES, they can even fly the ship from the co-pilot seat. Now, for the Spirit C1, the co-pilot seat on the right also has a size 2 tractor beam. But currently, the ship tractor beam is quite useless. At least, I don't know how to use it. It's very buggy. That's something that you really need to work on. The ship tractor beams need to function properly and well, and efficiently and effectively, and yes, we need that. Maybe after the Atlas sale goes down, you know? Next is the ship missiles. The Zeus CL and the Zeus ES has the same amount of missile racks, 2 size 2, which can mount 8 size 2 missiles. However, for both ships, their missile racks are locked, which means you cannot switch the size of those missiles. You can only switch the type. Changing from size 2 Dominator to size 2 Rattlers, you can, but you cannot change 8 size 2 missiles to 4 size 3 missiles. But for the Spirit C1, you can. The Spirit C1 has the same size and same amount of missile racks, 2 size 4. But it's not locked, which means you can mount 2 size 4 missiles, 4 size 3 missiles, 8 size 2 missiles, and 16 size 1 missiles. So that's the detailed specs. I think I am missing something, so let's go to this website, take a quick look first. Okay, so ShipViewer website, here we go. So one thing I missed, which is also significant, is the insurance timer right here. For the Zeus CL, the claiming time is 51 minutes, 19 seconds. If you want to expedite it, you have to pay 40,940 AUEC, and the expedited timer is 7 minutes, 42 seconds. The Zeus ES insurance claiming timer is 53 minutes 10 seconds. and you pay 33,990 AUEC to expedite it. Basically, it's 40,000. And the expedited timer is actually 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 59 seconds. Now, for the Spirit C1, look at the difference. The insurance timer is only 6 minutes, 45 seconds. The expedited cost is 4,000 AUEC, not even a fraction compared with the CL and the ES. And the expedited timer is 2 minutes, 15 seconds. So we'll have to wait for the patch to go to live to see what exactly the timer and the cost that CIG want for these ships. But for now, they have significant differences between the Zeuses and the Spirits, right? Zeuses? Anyway. All right, now let's compare with these ships and talk about their feature differences. First of all, we can look at the size differences. The lengthwise is very similar. I think the Spirits, the tail is a little bit longer, and the widthwise, the Spirit is also a little bit longer than the Zeus. But when the Zeus, the wings gets unfolded, and then they probably have the similar width. But in general, size-wise, these two ships are very, very similar. And as for the exterior design of the Spirit and the Zeus, it is more like personal preferences. I love the Spirit's sleek, sort of like ultra-thin design. And I also like the Zeus's design, sort of like a space shuttle. And of course, the Zeus Mark II is inspired by the Zeus Mark I, which is a space shuttle. And as the foldabilities of these two ships, the wingtips of the Zeus can be folded and unfolded. And the Spirit C1's wingtip can also be unfolded, which will serve as a veto thruster, which the Zeus does not have. Now, let's take a look at the interior differences. For the interior, I like the Zeus better than the Crusader Spirits, even though the interior is very simple. They are all only one deck, but for the Zeus, you have all these small little rooms you can open. Kitchen, habitation. So make you feel like this is actually a bigger size ship. And you also have these stairs. So the inside space of the Zeus is very well utilized. However, for the C1 Spirit, it's designed as a tube. From the ramp, go through the cargo, and then go to your cockpit. Everything else is on the left and right side of this tube. Engineering, weapons rack, suit locker, and bunks. And the bunks are right behind the pilot seat. So there is no dedicated cockpit section. And this is the cockpit. And the bathroom is here. Now comes one of the biggest feature differences of these two ships. And that is this extra ladder entrance. You can enter ship through this ladder. If it's really hard to get through the cargo area to your cockpit, then the ladder is right here. It doesn't take a lot of space, just a little corner. That's it. Go in and out of your ship. And then you also skipped at least 2 doors here. And then just need to open 1 door. And here is a dedicated cockpit area. And another difference is the weapons locker. Both Zeus CL and Zeus ES have 2 weapons rack. And this door is not opening. Okay, let's talk about these things here. So we have 3 suit lockers for the Zeus. And we have 2 suit lockers for the Spirits. And the Spirit has only 1 weapon rack right here. You can put 2 primary weapons, and you can put some small weapons on top, 3 slots. So this is a Zeus ES, and you have the weapons locker number 2 here. 3 primary weapons in the middle, 3 pistols on top, and 3 multi-tools or med guns at the bottom. Okay, this one opened. So the primary weapons rack is in the cockpit area. 3 primary weapons, 3 pistols, 3 multi-tools, and 1 heavy weapon rack. You can put a railgun or a missile launcher. We don't have a lot of ships that have the heavy weapon rack. The A2, we have Drake Corsair and Drake Cutter, especially the Drake Cutter Rambler, which you have 2 heavy weapon slots. So for the Zeus, you have at least 1 heavy weapon slots. Yet the Spirits has no heavy weapon slots. So this is a big plus for the Zeus, personally for me, because I always take a railgun with me anywhere I go. That's why my friend tried to stay away from me. Okay, unlocked. So the next big feature difference is that Zeus has an airlock. This airlock is actually very useful. So go through here. First use is you can go through this airlock to get on top of your ship if you need repair, or if you simply just want to sit down on top of your ship and to enjoy the nice view if you are doing some exploration. And here you go. You can get on top of your ship very easily. But we don't have that kind of luxury for the Spirits. Not only this, my friends and I have tested this little area. You have this button right here. Oh, by the way, you also have this button right here. You can close. When you close this, you have a little area right here. And over here, it's actually protected. You might not have oxygen in space, but you will not get thrown out of the ship. So this might be a secret place that you can hide yourself. When other ships scans you, will they see the drugs or the people that's hidden here? That needs to be tested. But this is a secret compartment for this airlock area for the Zeus. How nice is that? Another point for the Zeus. No ship is perfect, especially CIG designed ships is far from perfect. And what I'm doing right now is to see the pros and cons of each ship. And so far, these are the biggest feature differences. So I hope this will provide a little guide for you to decide which ship to own, to melt, to purchase, to upgrade, or to use in-game. So feel free to express your opinions about the Zeuses and Spirits, which ship you think is better. Please don't tell me the Polaris is better. I know that. That's a fact. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.